fireplace. Standing in front of the fireplace, looking south. Looking in the front bedroom. Bedroom light. Looking from the bedroom back out into the living room. Then the dining room.
mean, you know, if you have an antique dealer, it's going to try to get you to sell everything. So, you know, you have to decide if you want to do that or if you would like to try to sell it as it is to get the city to buy it or something. I can't say that the city's going to go for it.
I'm going to keep the house intact.
Okay.
I was hoping maybe even could find a,
I was really excited about you having the historic preservation. Because
there might be some
there are
there.
two of the, Barbara Gonzalez and Megan Schuyler who are realtors, and they specialize in selling historic homes. And you did sell any house. They specialize in this and they understand this, and they've been hooking up all of these wonderful couples with the houses that have been, the historic houses that have been selling in the historic district. And that want them because they want an old home.
Is this a bad area for a historic home?
No. I don't think so. I mean, it's Coffin and Grove down here, and then it's a little bungalow.
Rooms that
It's like a care management place.
Right.
if you did something like that, would that change over there? I mean, would that make them not be able to do that?
I'm not sure. That's something that this, you know, we have to ask
Because
the
that's
city.
I was telling her that that's the only downside of living
It
here
would be-
as the people next door.
It would be very nice if that was just a single family home
Yeah.
again. And it would definitely help along those lines, Jackie.
Now, of course, I don't want you showing these to anybody.
I mean, I thought a chicken could be like a friendly thing, because they're usually pretty, I always thought
Oh,
they
yeah,
were
they
this
want to
kind
be
of
petted.
mean,
They'll
but
jump up on your lap and let
that's
you
what
pet
he
'em.
said.
They'll come and you call them. And they'll
Yeah.
eye you like you got something for me, you know. And
Yeah, he said that they'd call Chuckles and he'd come running.
my chicken was named Chirp. Very original, huh? But she'd come over to you and eye you and eye you, and finally you'd have to sit down, and then she'd jump up in your lap. What are you taking a picture of now?
Well, I'm taking a picture of you. It's your house.
Okay. Whatever.
You know, Jackie, that is the other possibility is selling it to an old house person who would just want to keep it like that. I mean, these people are spending thousands of dollars to bring their houses back, to modernize them.
She just doesn't want somebody to mow it down and build something else here.
I don't want
Exactly.
to come in and tear the place apart and, you know,
Oh,
just
of
use it
course
like they
not.
did next door for
Exactly.
a
You have to be
care
very
space.
careful. And part of the downzoning thing will protect it.
Well, I don't think they do anything like next door because you don't have.
They're coming around it because this whole preservation thing is big across the whole country now.
There's oranges around here.
Oranges.
There's orange groves across the street. My grandmother had a walnut grove, though. That was on the other side of town.
It was built in 1912.
Okay.
This house was built in 1912.
Okay.
And her grandma had a walnut grove on the other side of Anaheim. Where was that, Jackie? Can you remember?
Off of, what street's down there? Is there Chapman down there or something? Or,
Well, there.
How far down? Sycamore?
no, further than that.
Further than that, there's La Palma,
Further than that.
Orangethorpe.
I don't know. Somewhere down there.
Okay, but it was in Anaheim, not in Fullerton.
No, it's in Anaheim.
Interesting. Yes, we can, and I will right now. I'll go home and post it on the e-groups thing.
Oh.
There's some things for sale, and I'll give them
Give
this
me a
one.
call back if you think the same would work.
Okay.
See, but since it's no deeper than any other sink you could get, it just has more width. That's nice. Whatever, yeah, see what they cut them up.
Look at that. Your grandma's little horse thing and this dog. This, you know, the fireplace. Some other that's a person who's not interested in toys.
So I can't carry my things. You're going to have to dispose of them. Oh, great.
It's the
That's
kitchen
all I
floor.
wanted. That's all I wanted.
So a lot of that stuff that's
It's original,
stacked
too.
up out there is his.
Well, in boxes.
Original
The
kitchen
stuff is
floor,
in boxes,
1912.
yeah. And he'd collect things and stack things in there. And so anything that's wrapped up in a box or something like that was his.
You don't have any idea what it is, though.
No, I haven't opened the boxes yet.
There are records, old cookbooks, stuff that's worthless.
No, you're not being very helpful.
But I hate for you to be taken advantage of, Jackie, and I'm afraid that's what's been happening. Trust me, they're not doing you any favor. They're not going through there and throwing things away.
And even like coffee cans. I have that thing too.
Of course, yeah.
Oh my God.
This is digital.
That's terrible.
Tell us about the hotel you own.
Okay, well, what I was trying to say is off of Lincoln, or it was Center Street. My great-grandfather went into with Malkenthaler from Fullerton and built the Grove Hotel. And we owned 2/3 and Muckenthalers owned 1/3. Then Muckenthalers ended up selling their 1/3 at a time when we could not purchase it. And so we had 2/3 of a hotel, basically, that was not very functional, so we boarded up our 2/3 and had just the shops down below open, which was a ceramic shop, and I think it was a, I can't even remember now, upholsterer. And that's the way it was for many, many years, but we had sinks and we had bathtubs and we had lamp fixtures and light fixtures and things like this, and that's where I got those tubs that are in such great condition. No one in the hotel wanted to take a bath, they all wanted to take a shower, and consequently the tubs remained pristine. And the porcelain on the tubs is just perfect condition. And that's kind of hard to find.
What was your grandfather's name?
Spurl. Gosh. I know Henrietta was his wife.
Yeah. That's
to tell
okay.
you the truth, I cannot remember his first name right now.
That's fine.
Richard Spurl, there we go, Richard
Okay.
Spurl.
Okay.
He came to me.
Coffee tubs.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call this Ernie.
Things.
Don't
Assorted.
tell me you went into all the bedrooms too.
No, I only went in the front. I mean, those are great.
Yeah,
I
I've
remember
got
those when I
tons
was
of
a kid.
stuff like that. Tons of stuff. Did you know that these bins here, of course they're not used for that now, this was like a flour bin?
Yes.
And one other side was for sugar?
Right.
I thought that was interesting.
It is. It's wonderful, Jackie. Now, Jackie, my only thing I'm thinking about with these things, if they're in here as part of the house, you might not want to sell them off if you're thinking about, selling them.
Okay, I was just going to say that my grandmother grew up in Anaheim, basically. They lived in a little Victorian house off of Broadway where Hilgenfeld's is located. And when my grandmother was about 18, they sent her over to Germany for 2 years. And on her way back from Germany, she met a man who had been my great-grandfather's good friend, a younger man, of course, and that was my that was my grandfather. That was Theodore Hager. And she married, and they lived in Niagara Falls, New York for a while.
Oh.
And when my mother was 4, he died of double pneumonia.
Oh.
So my grandmother sold the house there, sold all the furnishings except for a few pieces she brought with her, which is one of them, the chair you're sitting in. It's a mahogany
Beautiful.
rocker, and a brass bed, and some other little items in the house. And she came out back to Anaheim to be with her folks and purchased this lot. She got the plans for the Pendleton Lumber Company. And a friend of hers who was a contractor, whose name I know but is now not on the tip of my tongue, built the house for her. And she married her old high school sweetheart.
Oh.
So, and also bought the Walnut Grove with the remains of what was left of my real grandfather's estate. And so that's how she relocated in Anaheim.
Interesting.
And what year was this?
Let's see, my mother would have been about 4. My mother was born in 1904, been 1908, somewhere there. And she built the house in 1912, so it would be in that period all of this happened.
Wow.
They lived in the garage for a while the house was being built.
Yeah, I think a number of people did that. Or they have that, and then it would be the garage, and they built the big house in front. Or some of the lots, I think, where the things are set way back, they never got to build the house.
There was an architect that was involved with the house too, and he's done quite a few buildings in Fullerton mainly, and also up north in Washington, and now his name now escapes me, but he did the architectural design for the house.
So some guy was saying that it's got like a carriage house the garage. The
No,
garage-
by the time this house, carriages weren't that popular.
No?
Horseless carriages.
Well, that's what the guy said over there. Some guy that was over there at the city hall.
And Jackie, this house has the original wiring, the knob and tube, and the
Very
original
good condition,
plumbing, right?
extremely good
Oh
condition.
yes, it's our electrician. We still have that in part of our house where it wasn't where they hadn't messed with it, and as long as it's, everybody says it's actually the better.
I've changed the drains
better
though. I
thing.
put in the what do you call it, that plastic drain pipes or
PC,
whatever you call them.
PC,
Yeah, I put in
PCB.
new drains, and I put in a new main water line.
Okay. Yeah, those
Better.
are good things
And
to
I've
do.
updated the electrical.
Uh-huh. See, because you have the wonderful, all of this stuff, like the push button.
Mm-hmm.
People spend a lot of money to put that back in their houses.
Mm-hmm.
If they had them originally and it was taken out. Like our house was modernized in the
Mhm.
50s, so a lot of, everything was gone.
Well, that's what I mean. I just wish I could find someone who would really care for the place.
Well,
You know,
I'm sure
you're,
you
you're
can.
gonna take some of this stuff back to your other house too.
I know.
And you know, Vicki, or Jackie, our property values are going up,
Mm-hmm.
and the fact that it's a historic district has really helped.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I can't believe how beautiful this house is.
Well, I've always thought so.
And
I
for
didn't know if
everything to be
anyone
ori-
else thought so, but I've always thought
For
so.
everything to be original too, I mean,
It's unbelievable.
I mean, the
and
paint
it's
and
in
everything,
such
the
good
floors, everything.
condition.
I have
Yeah,
extra
that's
rolls of the
what I thought.
wallpaper even if somebody wanted to patch it.
Oh, gee.
I have the original house plans too.
Ugh.
That's incredible. Because I love this place. It has a nice feel to it.
It's a wonderful feeling.
Okay, why'd you guys sell your house and buy this one?
Because your house is worth a lot more than ours is, Jackie. Adirondacks chairs.
Hey, this is a Sleepy Hollow chair.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to go to sleep.
Oh boy.
Comfortable?
Oh, very comfortable.
It's kind of different than the way it curves. I never seen it. What do you call it? An autumn?
Maybe pan camera on it.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Well, if you want to talk about it, it'd be great.
Well, I don't remember that much about it, but
Okay.
it involved a shooting at a bar. There was a brawl, and he went to settle the dispute.
And this,
My grandfather, John Kellenberger, was unarmed,
mhm.
and
And he was the
man
chief
at
of
the bar
police.
had a gun,
Mhm.
and he asked the man to give him the gun, and instead the man shot him through the lungs
Mm.
twice. And they thought he was going to die. In fact, they even had things about mortally wounded. Well, he
Mhm.
pulled through. But it was real funny. They chased the man on. The man was on a bicycle, and he bicycled through a field. And they tell all about little things like that, as if a bicycle could get him away very fast or very far.
And what year was this? I'm trying to find it on the paper.
It should be on here. Excuse me. July 10th, 1912.
Suggest to you is if you're serious about selling, these things, the toys, the kitchen utensils, the whatevers.
A couple hours or something. in
Yes,
there?
absolutely, and we could, but we need to get it out and get it on display so that when you have people come, that they can look and go, oh, I love that book, or oh, here's a box of great tools, that kind of thing, instead of, because you don't want them rummaging through stuff, it's things get broken and lost and whatever.
Yeah, I could put tables out in the yard or something.
Trees. My husband's a plant person, and we have the trees that we have here, and we have plants everywhere.
Oh, what?